Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. We have a little core workout for you. We're going to do two different moves. One of them is going to be with a weight. We're going to do some weighted windmills. This is going to work our, we're going to work our obliques as well as the rest of the core as well. And then we're going to do some reverse crunches, which we did on the bench or the floor, and there's a couple of options for those. We're going to do a couple of rounds of each. With the windmills, we'll work on one side, then we'll work on the other. So for our windmill, we're going to take the weight into one hand, feet a nice distance apart, and then we're taking the hand overhead. We want to keep that arm nice and straight, and then we're going to bring the other hand to the inside of the leg, and we're going to reach down as far as we can, keeping that shoulder nice and square. So it might be that this is as far as you can reach. We want to keep that line down the side of the body as well, and then we drive back up, or it might be we feel we can reach further and push it back up, keeping it square. And obviously, you can change the weight. If you find you've grabbed something that's too heavy, go a little bit lighter, and vice versa. If it feels too easy, we can always make it a little bit heavier too. Popping in to help, aren't you? Hey? Okay, so we're going to go on to our first set. We're going to aim for 6 reps. So we take the hand above the shoulder, keeping that nice strong line. Like I said, feet comfortable distance apart. Hand on the inside of the leg. Now as we tip down, we can push the hips slightly back, keeping those shoulders nice and stacked. So we want to look up towards the weight. We're going to push the hand back towards the ceiling, and then we're going to repeat. We want to keep it at a steady pace. And we want to keep that shoulder blade pulled back. And we're going to stabilize that shoulder. Once we've done 6, we can bring the weight down. And we do the same thing on the other side. So again, we want to keep that shoulder nice and stable, feet comfortable distance apart. Keeping the shoulder and the hand stacked over that shoulder, reaching as far down as we can. And then push it back up. So we get this slight rotation as we come down, and then push back up. That's good. And again, once we've done 6, we're going to rest. And we have a bit of recovery. We have a second round on each side. And we've got 2 sets of reverse crunches as well. So this you can tag on to the end of one of your normal workouts if you want to, or do it as a separate session throughout your week, up to you. And you can always add on extra sets as well. Always recommend starting relatively light with these windmills. Get used to that motion, get used to keeping that shoulder nice and stable as well. If you're not used to holding something overhead, it can feel really, really wavy and really challenging. And again, then it's just working on the range as well. Start with where it feels comfortable. And once you get used to the movement and happy with the weight that you're using, you can keep the shoulder stable. We can slowly try and increase that range of motion, trying to reach that a little bit further. Okay, we'll go for set 2. So again, 6 reps on each side. So we go back to that first side, hand on the inside of the leg, other hand directly above the shoulder, keeping that shoulder blade pulled back. So we pack out the shoulder, keeping it as stable as possible as we add this movement in. Last one on this side. And we'll reset. Same thing on the other side. Last one. And then we can pop that weight down. So our reverse crunches, they can be done on the floor, or if we have access to a bench, we can do them on a bench where we can add in a little bit more, and we can do either option. We can add in a little bit extra. If we're on the floor, we're going to come down onto our backs, shins parallel to the floor to start with. Then we're going to draw the knees in towards the chest, lifting the hips off the floor and bring the hips up towards the ribs. And then back down. If we feel we have something heavy we can hold on to stabilize us, and we want a little bit more, we can draw in, we can extend, and then we can slowly try and lower as we extend out, drawing back in and repeat. If we're doing it on the bench, try to grab my bench and bring it over. Similar options. And again, we're going to do 2 sets. This one we're going to do 8 reps. But we can hold on, drawing the knees in, lifting those hips, and then back down, bring the knees as close in towards the chest as we can. Or again, that option, we can start like that, drawing in, extending up, and then slowly lowering down, keeping that control, drawing in and repeat. So I said we've got 2 sets. We're gonna go for 8 reps. Pick your option. We'll go from round 1. So we're gonna draw the knees in as close towards the chest as we can, lifting the hips. And then if we want to, we can add in the extension of the legs, slowly lowering them down, keeping that control, drawing back in and repeating. Want to remember to keep breathing. That's super important. And we're trying to keep it slow on that lower, resisting gravity, working those core muscles. Then once we've done 8, we can rest for a moment. We have a little bit of recovery time, about 60 seconds. Then we'll go for our second set, and then that'll be the end of this little core workout. So like I said, we can add this in at the end of one of your training days. So if you've just done a weight session and you want something to finish it off with, we can add this in. Doesn't take too long, but it's going to work a lot of the core muscles, the obliques, the abs, all the way through the back of the body as well, stabilizing. Okay, about 15 seconds, and then we'll do that second and final set. I said if you've done it a couple of times and 2 sets isn't feeling enough, you can always add in a third set of each exercise. It's just a short bit of functional core work, which isn't all just hundreds of crunches. Okay, let's go. So again, 8 reps, trying to draw those ribs or those hips as far up towards the ribs as you can. If we're adding in that extension, keeping it slow. If we're doing just the normal reverse crunch, we're still keeping it slow and controlled in both directions. We're not flicking the knees in towards us. We're slowly drawing those knees in towards the chest, lifting those hips slightly, creating that bit of flexion through the back of the body so you can really put that tension through the abs, because that's how they work. They work by creating flexion in the back of the body. And again, once you've done 8, we can rest. And that is the end of this core workout. Like I said, it's only 2 exercises, 2 sets of each. We're working so many of those muscles throughout the core. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please like the video, please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. If you have any questions or anything, leave us a comment, send me a message, always happy to respond. But I hope you guys, like I said, I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you all very, very soon.